Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing massive glowing rings stretching across the heavens, just like Saturn, but here, on Earth. From breathtaking views to unexpected dangers, what would life be like if Earth had rings like Saturn? Let's dive into this stunning cosmic what-if. You won't believe how it would change our skies, our climate, and even the way we live. Earth had a ring too. Believe it or not, billions of years in the past, Earth actually possessed a ring system. Scientists theorize that this peculiar ring originated during the Moon's formation. The prevailing hypothesis suggests that an ancient planet named Theia collided with Earth. This massive impact ejected a significant amount of debris into space. This ejected material then coalesced into an orbit around Earth, creating a temporary ring around our planet. Over time, this ring, composed of remnants from the colossal collision, gradually clumped together into a massive body, eventually becoming the Moon that graces our night sky today. What if there were rings around Earth? Let's imagine, for a moment, that Earth also sported rings like Saturn. Firstly, our rings would likely appear quite different. Saturn's iconic rings aren't solid disks but rather a vast collection of ice and dust particles closely orbiting the planet. However, the frigid temperatures so far from the Sun allow Saturn's icy rings to persist. If Earth had similar rings, the Sun's intense radiation would quickly vaporize any ice, causing them to vanish rapidly. So, Earth's hypothetical rings wouldn't be a carbon copy of Saturn's icy spectacle. We could, however, have a ring made of rock. It wouldn't be as shiny as Saturn's icy disk, but it sure would last longer against the Sun's rays. Appearance of the ring. Imagine Earth had rings like Saturn. The first thing to wonder is how they'd appear to us on the ground. And yes, they would be clearly visible. It's highly likely these rings would orbit parallel to the equator. So, how they'd look would depend on where you are on Earth. If you were near the equator, which passes through countries like Uganda, Kenya, and Colombia, the rings would appear as a brilliant line stretching in a perfect arc from one horizon to the other. As you moved away from the equator, the rings would begin to spread out across the sky. From a good distance north or south of the equator, the rings would appear closer to the horizon, creating a truly spectacular sight. Effect on the natural lighting of Earth. While our Moon, made of rock, isn't a perfect reflector, it still illuminates our nights with reflected sunlight. Earth's hypothetical rings would do the same, but with a much more significant impact. The combined reflected sunlight from both the Moon and the rings would dramatically increase daytime brightness. Conversely, our night sky would never be as truly dark as it is now, always illuminated by the reflected glow. This brighter night sky would pose a considerable challenge for astronomers and stargazers, making faint stars much harder to observe clearly. Colder winters. Rings around Earth would also cast shadows, reducing the amount of sunlight reaching our planet. For example, during summer in the northern hemisphere, the rings would cast their shadows onto the southern hemisphere, where it would be winter. This blockage of sunlight would lead to colder winters in both the north and south. So, while Saturn-like rings might add a certain visual appeal to Earth, the potential negative consequences, like altered seasons and colder temperatures, make me quite relieved that the cosmos haven't decided to put a ring on it. From mesmerizing skies to the science behind the spectacle. Earth with rings is a wild thought, but an incredible one to imagine. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow space lovers, and hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing space content from Deep Space Diaries.